Let the heavens rejoice, and let the earth be glad. Let the sea roar and all its fullness. Let the field be joyful and all that is in it. Then all the trees of the woods will rejoice before the Lord. Psalm 96:11-13. Growing up in West Virginia, I've always had a great understanding of how beautiful God's creation really is. He showed me proof of His existence by placing beautiful mountains, rivers, and trees right in my backyard. For as long as I can remember, I've been immersed in nature. My dad taught me from the very beginning that I should always be respectful of all of God's creation, whether it be the deer I hunt, the fish I catch, the animals I raise, or even the ground I walk on. Everything God has given us is not to be taken for granted and demands our respect for our short time that we are here. Many generations before us have taken advantage of these gifts, and we will soon find that our home will not always be as beautiful and plentiful if we don't take care of it. For all of our history, we've been creatures of destruction instead of preservation. Waddell says in chapter 5 that everything that exists, from the galaxies to the smallest atom, the plants and the animals, and especially us, is the handiwork of God. I would have to say that my motivation for picking this topic specifically would have to have been Wendell Berry. His background in nature that he shows in his literature just really resonated with me because we're very similar. He grew up in Appalachia in Kentucky and wrote about his feelings of the land he grew up in and lives in still. And actually, I have a poem here by him that I want to read. This is The Peace of the Wild Things. When despair grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought or of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars, waiting for their light. For a time I rest in the grace of the world, and am free. See, to me, that's just proof that we are equal to the rest of God's creation. We're not created above any of them. We're created to live among the animals, the plants, every bit of nature that He put us here to be with. And I think, like Waddell says in chapter 5, that the creation in Genesis is said to be undeniably good. And to me, when it says in Genesis, God created such and such and such, and it was good, that doesn't just mean humans. I mean, we were created in His image, but everything else that He created came along with it. And to me, some of the things that we're going through right now, environmentally, like Wendell Berry mentions mountaintop removal mining and like problems with our water. To me, destroying God's creation for profit of all things is unacceptable, because the love of money is the root of all evil, and we are destroying His creation at the expense of it.